You know, y'all remember that TV show back in the day? I tell Mimi this to this day. Back in the day in the '70s, nephew, it was a show called Get Christy Love. Christy Love, she was the first African. I'm gonna say African American. African because I don't like that word. I don't like. I'm a nigga, but I'm gonna go with African American. First African American woman. What I call African American woman is Nubians. We're Nubians. So the first African American woman, I can't remember her name, but it was a show called Get Christy Love. And Christy Love, she was a boss. Now you gotta understand something. This is the '70s, right?
Right.
They wasn't letting niggas on TV.
Nah.
Nigga couldn't get on TV. If you was on TV, you was getting your foot chopped off in the roots. And you was a slave, nigga. You was Hattie Williams. You was a maid. You wasn't no police woman. So Get Christy Love is first one. And she was fly. And I remember 30 years ago, when I first met Mimi, I said, Get Christy Love. I would say, Mimi, that's Get Christy Love. Like Mimi always been fly, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's facts. I don't give a fuck. Anybody know what I'm talking about? No. Oh, it's just a ball set. So, had a ball today. Like, keeping it real with Mimi gonna be big.
That's
You know?
right. That's right.
It's gonna be huge. We did some great shows. It was great. I'm telling you, we call it awesome TV in my industry. You know, I was a child actor. I was on Different Strokes. You know, I did.
You was friends with the Gooch?
One of the years. I was the Goose.
Oh, you was the Gooch.
Played the Goose.
He was knocking them out. Different show. You had Gary Coleman scared.
Well, no, Gary Coleman. We thought Gary Coleman was our age. We were 10. Gary Coleman was 32 years old. Gary Coleman smoked cigarettes. When we was little, when I did the Gooch was because that's when I got my first in SAG, like as a voiceover. See, Gooch wasn't even a character; it was my voice. He was a voiceover. But a great friend of mine, Shavar, if you know who Shavar is, Dudley, he's from New York. Shavar, he played Dudley.
Okay.
And it was a scene that I was supposed to get 10,000. My grandma, see, how I got in the game, my grandmother was the maid of all the biggest Jews in Hollywood.
Okay.
Like back then, niggas did the Mexican job. Like niggas, we mowed the grass. We was the maids. I have a maid to this day, and she's I love her, Evelyn. She's a Salvadorian. She's not even Mexican. But back then, my grandmother, she had like 8 jobs. Like she worked at Argent Heights. She was a cafeteria motherfucker. She had her own hair thing on Peak on 58. She used to do Eddie Murphy. She put the perm in Eddie Murphy hair. My grandmother, she ended up buying, well, she was an investor in Bronson, or project, or apartment. My grandmother. And so, she was the maid. She was the maid. Shoes, like Heim. That's why I love Jewish people. They wanted to give me $10,000 for Different Strokes. I got another story.